Hey guys, Doc. Yep, we are back. We are back on the Bermuda lawn. We are back home, and here's what we're going to do in the video today. Number one, I'm going to show you guys how you can save a little bit of money on your lawn care products. Anderson's has opened up a new direct store. I'm going to show you, give you a special code that you can use for a discount. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to go out and I am going to treat for army worms. I'm going to do an inspection and a treatment real quick because I'm pretty sure with all this warm weather and all the moths I'm seeing, I'm pretty sure I got army worms. Soil test. I'm going to do a quick soil test. I brought home some stuff from the beach house, some dirt from the beach house. We're trying to adjust the pH and get things right down there. So I'll go ahead and I'll get my soil sample ready to send off. I'll actually go ahead and I'm going to do an inventory and talk to you about fall, some of the products you may want to do or have on hand for the fall that's coming up. I'm going to do my inventory because I got to order some stuff. And at the end of the video, I'll talk to you about a new product that's coming out that I've kind of been testing and helped to formulate for people with pea spots on their lawns. So if you have these burn pea spots, I'll talk about that at the end of the video. So hold on. Hey guys, yep, so we came back home yesterday from the beach house and arrived, and actually things don't look too bad here. All I really did was, the Good Witch came over a couple times, but I mainly just had Ryan taking care of the lawns. Not really doing too much on the landscaping, not worrying about the gardens, because they just got, I'll show you that in a minute, I'll talk about that. But before I begin, Anderson's has launched sort of an online store, so that if something's out on Amazon, you can order it through them. But there's a special code that you use. So when you go to their store, whenever you buy, I've made an arrangement with them so that if you punch in the code DOC, D-O-C, you will get a discount on the products that you order. And it will always default to the lowest price of any promotion that they're running. So if you need PGF Complete, if you need pre-emergent, if you need green shocker whenever it's available, anything like that. So in the description below, it'll take you to our website. I'll explain their web page and their site over there. So yes, you can still get everything on Amazon. I linked to Amazon, but you can also go to their store, use the promotion code DOC, D-O-C, and you'll notice that you'll get a little discount on most of the products over there. So that's announcement number one. What am I going to do? Well, first, I'm kind of heartbroken. I got to be honest, because I just got the beach house zoysia lawn looking fantastic. Now, everything you read is going to tell you that zoysia lawns take 2 to 3 years to establish. And let me tell you what, it's been less than 3 months down there, and I'm going to show you. I finally got the reel mower. I put the cut down there, and I'm going to show you how good that lawn looks. And reason being is I got a soil test done, so I knew what I was doing, and I used the right products. I put down Humichar. I put down PGF Balance when I was seeding. I even put down some dirt booster on top of it. And then once it's established, now I've switched over to mainly PGF Complete this time of year. So I've been treating it right. And man, that lawn, everybody that walks by it, I'm telling you, not a soul, because we get a lot of traffic there, beach traffic there. Everybody that walks by that lawn goes, dude, your lawn looks amazing. And it's always your lawn only 3 months old. So let me show you that last cut. So I had to do one more cut out here. I couldn't resist. We're about to leave. I said, my lawn guy's not going to be here till Friday, so I figured I'd cut it. She is looking nice. Step over my picket fence. Man, she's looking great. Look at that. That is just great looking right there. Don't want to cut it real short. I got it at about an inch. New reel mower. Okay, so it's raining a little bit heavier now, but I want to walk over and show you these zinnia plants real quick. This is a disease called Cercospora, I believe is the way you pronounce it. And they're little dark spots with a white center. And look at this. So if you step back, you say, man, Doc, your zinnias still look great all the way down. Well, let's go in and look a little bit closer. See what's happening on these leaves here? And I believe that's called Cercospora is the name of it. And that's a fungal disease. And basically it'll kill off all my zinnias, and there's really nothing I can do. I am going to treat them a little bit, but man, look how bad this has gotten. Is that crazy or what? And that comes from not being here and taking care of my stuff. But we had a good run with them. So I'm going to order something. I'll give them a spray and see what I can salvage. But so the next thing I'll do is I'm going to walk over and show you the vegetable garden, which I know is a little bit depressing. So hold on. All right, so now I'm going to show you something that's a little bit sad, but it was planned. Ryan can only work so much time over here for me, and he was like, dude, I can't handle these tomato plants are growing over the stakes, and they're actually snapping the stakes, the wooden stakes I have. So they got up to like 10, 12 feet. I said, dude, just forget about the garden. I know we got a lot of fungus moving in. Just sort of let it go and keep them watered. So these were, when I left, these were beautiful, and you can see that we're starting to get all kinds of fungus on them. I don't have the time to be working this right now. We got too much going on with the lawn, with the house, and we still have projects going on at the beach house. But these things just grew so crazy, and I didn't have anyone come take care of them. But you can just see I've got a lot of fungus moving in on these. So, yeah, we'll just sort of let them sit, I guess. I'm not going to worry about it a whole lot because we're running back and forth doing these projects at the beach house. But you can see, let me show you an example. Look at this. So this plant grew up well over, look at that. And it just snapped this stake right in half. I mean, these things are just, these are 8-foot stakes, and they're growing way up above them. And the density in here is just insane. It's so dense. So I just didn't have the time. I didn't have the time, resources. But like, look at this. So this plant here, if you look at this needs to stand up and would be well over 8 feet. So sadly, I'll get some more tomatoes out of here, but I don't have time to be dealing with this right now, unfortunately. Remember the weeping willow tomato plant over here? Look at this. Look how far. That's one tomato plant that's grown all out in here. Look at that. That thing goes all the way back over in here. Tomatoes are vines. I've got a break in the rain and drizzle. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put, real quickly, I'm going to throw a bag out with the double kill. I think what's going on is I think these armyworms, because it's been a slow, steady rain, I think these armyworms are kind of dug down into the thatch deep, and that's why they're not reacting to the spray. That's my hypothesis. So I'm going to put out some double kill. One bag in here. Again, this is very, very fine granules, you'll see. And it's a DG, and it breaks apart as soon as you hit it with water. So I do not want to be putting this out. I don't have a cover for this thing. I don't want to be putting it out in the rain because it'll clog up my spreader. Man, fat guys should not run with spreaders, rule number 1. All right, so I just did the whole back. Took me, 4 minutes to do the whole back. Now here's a little trick. This is a DG product, so it's on wet grass. So what's happening? That particle is dissolving. So if I want to actually get an immediate test result from this, I can actually take my hose and sort of blow it down into the thatch where these armyworms are before I get more heavy rain. I might do that in some areas. So as an example, let me just show you how you can do this. Basically what I'm doing is I'm taking those particles that are breaking down and I'm pushing them into the thatch layer where those armyworms are hidden. Also, remember, double kill is an over-under, So after this goes into the soil, I'll be killing grubs as well. So that's why I love this product. Now, so you can better understand how this DG particle works, I'm going to show you something kind of cool. This is my back strip over here. And I usually have a lot of armyworms just because of all these rose bushes. The moths love to hang out in the rose bushes, so I make sure I coat it pretty heavy. And I get some overlap on the pool cement. Okay, so the pool cement was a little bit wet from the drizzle. Look at this. See all these white dots on here? See all those white dots? That's actually the DG particle all broken down. It just disappears. Now, isn't that cool? The stuff just falls apart. And that's why these DG particles are so important to lawn care, man. There's another over here. Oh, here's one right next to it too. Look at that, two right together. So understand how this process works. A moth, an armyworm moth comes into your lawn. It'll lay several hundred eggs. Those eggs hatch, they turn into armyworms, so you'll have them centralized generally in one area, in pockets. And then they move across your lawn like an army. They march across your lawn and they chew on the grass, the upper blades. They don't kill it. They just make it look bare and weak. Yep, so that was my last zoysia cut. I feel kind of bad, to be honest. I've put so much time and work into that yard down there, and I finally got the reel mower and I finally started cutting it. It was just gorgeous. Everyone that walked by, I'm telling you, every person that walks by that lawn goes, man, your lawn looks fantastic. There isn't a single person that doesn't stare at that lawn. Maybe because it's at the beach, I don't know. But so this is, let me see if I can show you, get some of the grass out. So this is what my soil looks like down there. It's kind of this, it looks like almost like black sand kind of material. And I think we brought this material in, I think what they did is they took kind of a sand and mixed it in with some kind of composted manure or something. So the pH on this was really low, and that was a concern. It was 4.9. So I've been putting down lime just about every 2 weeks, a treatment of lime, and that's the way you raise your pH, is slowly over time. The winter time is a great time to work on your soil and soil pH. So that's what I'll be doing down there. But I'm just going to bag this up. I'm going to put about 3/4 of a cup into this bag, and then I'll ship it off to Clemson. Usually in about 10 days or so, I get an email back showing me my full results. Okay, so I've got this in my little bag, and I'm just going to wind the bag down, close it up. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write on the front of the bag. You can put any code you want, but this code goes on your sheet when you send it in. I'm just going to write BH for Beach House. Okay, so if you want to do a soil test, I'll put a link to the Clemson PDF. You can download it. When you open it up on your PC, you can actually type right into it. You don't have to handwrite it. You print it off. Go to USPS.com, print a label, and all I did was I just put it in here, popped it on a box, put a check in, and that's pretty much it. So I get the standard, I'm getting an organic matter, and I'm getting a nitrate test as well too. So mine's a little more expensive. It's $6 for the basic one, but I'm getting all of them. Howdy. So let me take a minute. I'm gonna scoot in here. Let me take a minute and let's talk about products and ordering products for the fall. This is my supply wall, and you have to remember, it's not just my yard. I take care of Barb's lawn, and then I help out the neighbors across the street. Plus now I got the beach house, but I have the beach house stuff shipped down to the beach house. This is for here. So let me tell you what I have in stock right now. I'm getting low. I have Humichar, 2 bags of Humichar. I have Growth Regulator, which I don't think I'll use this year. I have 2 40-pound bags of PGF Complete plus an open bag. I have Dirt Booster, which I might go ahead and apply this week on the lawn. Since we're still in the 80s, I might use some of that up, put down some Dirt Booster on the lawn. I have my pre-emergent. Now I have enough pre-emergent for my lawn for my November treatment, my late November treatment. I'll have to order more. Make sure you order that early. Double Kill, the Double Kill, I have 2 bags of the Double Kill left. I put out one bag on the back, one bag on the front this morning, and so I've got 2 bags as a backup in case I need it. And if you're a deer hunter or know someone that deer hunts, make sure you get some Moonshine Gold. This stuff is so cool. This is a deer attractant. You can use it for hunting, or you can put it in front of your game cams, but it's little 2-pound packs. And let me tell you what, once you open that, you'll know what I mean. It smells so sweet. You put down a line of it and the deer come in within hours. This is the coolest little product. I give this away as presents. So if you have people that are deer hunters in your family and you can't figure out what they need, or you're gonna buy them the wrong thing, they can always use this. So send them a case of this. I think a case is 3 or 4 of them for like 20 something bucks. It's a great deer hunting product. If you have someone that deer hunts in your family, send them a case of Moonshine Gold. Just go to Amazon or the Anderson store, enter in the code DOC if you go to the Anderson store to get a discount. But I will be going today, I'll be going over to the Anderson store. I'm gonna put all this stuff in my cart that I need. I have to get. What I'm missing right now is I'm really missing PGF balance. I have no PGF balance, and all the lawns are low in phosphorus. So I'm going to be putting it on my lawn and all the other lawns. And then when Green Shocker comes out, they're going to be running about another 2,000 bags. And I'm going to order at least 10, if not 15 bags of Green Shocker, because it's just hard to get right now. And I'll email you guys when it comes out. But I will be ordering lots of Green Shocker, because I can actually use Green Shocker this fall down at the beach house. Again, when we start to get into the 70s, turning the 80s, turning into the 70s, that's when you want to shut off your long-term fertilizers. But I may have a couple weeks come through that are back in the 80s, so I can spoon feed. I can spoon feed the lawn with Green Shocker and not have that long-term residual push of nutrients. That's what's cool about it. Okay guys, so first I want to talk about the pea spot, and then I'm going to talk about Green Shocker a little bit. So number one, let's talk about the pea spot. If you want to read up more, I think lawnpeaspot.com I think is the website for this new product, but it's pretty simple. Girl dogs, especially when they pee in one spot, and that pee contains high nitrogen. It's just like taking a handful of fertilizer, dumping it on a spot, it burns the lawn. There is no solution other than have your dog pee off the lawn, or walk around with a can of water and dilute that pee right as it hits the soil, basically, right after they pee. That's the way to do it. But if you're like us, our girls stay in the backyard all the time, and so there's no way to control it. Now those pea spots will last for weeks and weeks and weeks. So this product is pretty simple. Now there are supplements that you can feed your dog, but there is no peer-reviewed study that shows that these supplements actually reduce the amount of nitrogen in dog pee. I'm going to say that right up front, number one. Number two, some of these supplements contain chemicals that can actually be harmful to dogs, especially if they have liver and kidney disease. There's a good research out there from vets talking about the certain chemical that's inside some of these that can be harmful to dogs. So I don't believe in feeding my dog something to cure my lawn pea spot. I'm not going to risk my dog's health on that. What this product is there's no magic formula. It's just 3 simple components, and all we're trying to do is get rid of some of that nitrogen on that spot. Well, I don't want to sit there and look at it for the next 4 weeks. So this has a organic lawn dye in it. It has a green dye. So when you spray this on the lawn, basically you poke holes in that spot, you flush it with water, you spray this, it has a green dye, and it matches the lawn pretty much. Not perfect, but it'll make it, instead of being bright yellow, it'll turn it into sort of this green or dark green spot, and it looks a lot better, number one. Number two, it has liquefied gypsum, as much as you can liquefy gypsum. And what does the gypsum do? Gypsum will help pull some of the salts out of the soil, but it also helps break down the clay structure a little bit, so we can help flush out some of that nitrogen. And the third thing is it has a surfactant inside of it. And what does the surfactant do? The surfactant helps water actually move through that soil a little better and flush out some of that nitrogen. So again, it's not a miracle cure. It's not like an overnight cure, in 3 days your lawn's going to be perfect. It's not that. What this is it's just a simple solution to cover it up a little bit, make it a little bit green while we're waiting for that grass to grow back in there. So lawnpeaspot.com, that product should be available on Amazon probably in the next 5 to 7 days, and I'll do a video on that and how to use that coming up. Ooh. So what am I going to be doing for the next few days? Well, I got a lot to do. So we're going to be probably cleaning up some of these zinnia beds over here. We're going to do a little bit of cleanup on the garden. I'm going to show you the green back here. The green ended up getting a lot of weeds in it, so I got to handle that issue. I've got to put down my fall treatments on the lawn. I'll be doing those videos. We got a bunch of different stuff coming up, so you don't want to miss it. Hit subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Doc.